let's talk about all the characteristics. We talked about being in the game, equally important, or what are the characteristics to be out of the game, all right? Number one is, of course, going through the motions. We all have a difficult time. This is a difficult economy, and with it comes a lot of challenges. Not being focused, thinking about the past, being surrounded by all these big, huge challenges that we have in our lives, you get to a trade show and it's just like every other thing that's going on in my life, all right? No hope on your face. Bad news, not good news, problems, challenges, working capital problems, cash flow problems, bills not getting paid, customers not getting paid. It's very easy to get beaten up. And you go to the show with no hope, all right? Feeling sorry for yourself, right? Here's another one. In our desperate times, we overpromise what we say we can do, and we underdeliver. And that probably right there is probably the most negative thing that could happen to anybody in our industry. Don't concentrate. You hear bad news along the way while you're driving to the show. Little things that just set you off, right? Here's another one. Hanging out, and I wrote down losers here, but hanging out with people who have all these characteristics above. And they'll be there. There'll be a group. They're all going to congregate. They all know each other. And you better look around and say, am I in that group or not? Because that's not where you want to be. I'm going to look for the class 3, class 4, corporate plus suppliers, and I'm going to be next to them because I want to be like them. You are who you hang around with. So when you're looking at how you're doing your business, what are you doing, who you spend your time with, and how are you spending your time? And that's going to answer a lot of stuff for you. And last but not least, it's funny. It's what I'm famous for in the network, and it's called picking up the corporate gifts. All right? And what happens is there's another term for it. It's called tchotchkes. It's a Jewish term. I can't, because I was told to be very, very politically correct. Ask a Jewish person what tchotchkes means. But what tchotchkes are is all the corporate little gifts that the corporations are going to have in the front that they want you to take. Everybody know what I'm talking about? Water bottles, hand sanitizers, erasers, pens, pencils, notebooks, what else? Everything that you can imagine. And there is a direct correlation between the number of products that you pick up and the number of bid opportunities and things like that that you're going to get. And you'll see people in the network that are going to have bags and bags and bags of this stuff, and they're going to grab everything. And I guarantee you, they get no contracts. All right, next. First base. What's first base? First base is right now, 3 weeks before the show. Pre-register. You can go online, pre-register, $25, get you in. You don't have to hassle it and wait in line the day of the show. Number 2, being at the right place at the right time. Understanding where you need to be. Bring at least 200 business cards, right? Who are your top 5 clients? And more importantly, why? Why are they your top 5? In a lot of cases, when I look at my past, my top 5 were a bad top 5. I would go talk to those top 5 first, and I realized right away I had no opportunity. So you have to have a second top 5, a third top 5, a fourth top 5, a fifth top 5. Right? Next. Go on to their website, at least the top 5, top 10, top 15, and register yourself as a vendor of theirs, potential vendor. Okay? Get your 1-minute commercial and see as many corporations as you can. Be prepared to wait in line, but while you're waiting in line, listen to how the other MBEs are presenting themselves. It's always a learning experience, and you always are networking around the trade show. Second base is in and of itself the day of the show. That all the breakfasts, all the lunches, everything is done, there's a moment of truth. And the moment of truth is when you are sitting in front of that corporation. It's what we call either the moment of truth or come to Jesus talk, where there ain't nothing left to do except do what you're supposed to do. All right? And to me, it's the questions that you ask the corporation. Say what you do do your 1-minute commercial, and then ask them, after you're done, do you buy my product or service? Yes or no? And listen. Listen to what they say. If they say no, thank you very much, go to the next booth. How is your buying office organized? Right? Is it locally? Is it regionally? Is it nationally? Is it internationally done? Who is the right product person for the product or service that I sell? Is it products? Is it service? Is it facility management? Is it IT? They all have specific buyers. You've got to get the name of that person. All right? Next. How do you buy? Do you buy my product on a local basis? Does it cover the region? Is it national or even international today? Right? How do you do your bids? Are they written? Are they reverse auction? Or can you even do something right on the spot, right now? That would be the best. I'm encouraging the corporations to do that. Bring some bids that we can do right now. Even 5,000, even 10,000 is going to make a difference for us in the market that we're in today. All right? Next, look about the possibility of first tier. They may have a national contract with a big, huge corporation. Find out who the company, who the contact person is, so maybe you can do business with them. So you must look at the other possibility other than first tier. It could be second tier, it could be third tier. Next, it could be other options available. You could subcontract, you can do joint ventures, you can do strategic alliances. Those are the things that are available for you. And you got to keep going second, third, until you get what you want. So those are the questions you need to ask the corporations. It took me 12 years to figure this out. Third base. Third base is after the show is done. Your feet hurt, your back hurt, you can't talk to no one. You can't even smile no more, right? Beat up. What do? After the show, what's your follow-up program? Right? Too many people come to our show, grab the gifts, go home, and they're just trade show junkies. You don't want to do that. So, be relaxed. They have a problem, you must solve their problem. Go home, and then what you do, while you're tired, but while you're fresh, take all the leads and classify them. A's, B's, and C's. And you must be able to distinguish between hype from opportunity. Okay? For the A's now, send them certified mail, your company literature, everything like that. Most corporations do not want your corporate literature at the trade show. I learned very quickly. I brought 200 brochures, heavy, carrying those brochures. Nobody wants it. Or they don't want it. What do you mean they don't want it? I prepared it. They don't want it. Send it to them. That's what they want. All right? Within a week after the show. So if our trade show's on the 17th, by the 24th, you should have sent out all your A's, certified mail. Certified mail. Next, for your B's, all right, and your C's, contact them every quarter. As a matter of fact, what you should do is practice your C's, so then you'll be really good for your B's and A's. All right? We need to warm up. We need to get the rhythm. That's what you're going to have to do. All right? And then within 100 days, 120 days after our show, which puts us like in the middle of the year, right? You should, based on your efforts, get some invites, some bids, some emails from at least 8 to 10 corporations if you did the work you're supposed to do. And if you didn't, then you're going to have to find out where did I make a mistake? Where did I not go right? And so you can adjust as we go along. Next, what is the home run? When I talk to corporations or MBEs all the time, MBEs tell me, well, I want a contract. From who? I don't care, anybody. And that is a terrible mistake. The biggest thing that irritates a corporation at a trade show like ours is when a diverse supplier comes up to me and basically says, not in a 1-minute commercial, but in a 5 or 10-minute commercial, I'm going to do whatever you want me to do, just tell me what you want me to do. And that is the worst thing that a corporation needs or wants to hear right now.